I waited for Halo, and all you gave me was bootleg Joe. So now we sit and wait for content. Answer.
Another one.
I am doing more with less. Trust in Phil, he's the best. Now sign your chest, I am stubborn, Satya. Listen to me.
Another one.
And so everything that we're doing with our content, with our and so everything that we're doing with our content, with our
Do not be sorry. Be better.
Yo, what's up, grinders? We are in the fire pits of the Grinds Gaming Bite, the Virtuous Cycle. What's going on, everybody? How you doing? It's Jez 7780, Mr. Grinds My Gears, and we're here with a quick Grinds Gaming Bite. A couple of topics I wanted to cover from leftover from the Epic Gaming Grindhouse on Monday night. And yes, oh boy, I had to go get a drink. That's what I needed. If you missed, I did stream the Hi-Fi Rush, and yeah, go watch that. But go watch the Gaming Grindhouse for Monday night. But we got some things to talk about tonight. I'm thirsty. Damn. What's up, Game Night 123 the 5? He goes, Jess, did you really get a drink? Or were you first fist pumping the air due to your Game of the Year at Hi-Fi Rush? Oh, damn.
It's getting late. I got a parade to go to. And I've yet to see a sign of the supposed Turboman doll.
Oh, man. No, I really was getting a drink. But listen. I'm going to tell you right now, dude. I'm going to tell you right now. Yeah, the whole Game of the Year, please. The cap is on a huge heads with that. Like, come on, man. Like, come on now. What are we doing here? It's just it's like how Halo won a Player's Voice Award. They couldn't even say Player's Choice because they didn't choose it. It was the Player's Voice Award. Yeah. Lord Hog 999 with the 5. He goes, Legend of Dragoon for the premium. Hell yeah, dude. That's what we're talking about. This Virtuous. I had to go wash the stench. Yes. Yes. Legend of Dragoon. Man, holy. That's why I was so wild with what's going on right now. That this had to be a show. I had to talk about this stuff because the other side of the coin to this whole thing is what they are offering on the PlayStation side and how they are beating Microsoft at their own game. It is insane. And this is just par for the course. They start something over in the green and somebody comes along and does it better. It happened with Zune. It happened with everything. The phones. It happened with a lot of devices where they nixed it and somebody comes along and does it better. They watched Microsoft stumble. They watched the mistakes. They watched the stuff that they were recruiting for Gamepass. And Sony goes, hold my beer. This is insane what they're doing. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, we're going right to the Virtuous Cycle that we brought up on Monday. Here it is, right into it. Okay? Let me get right into this. Right here. Where the hell? I gotta fix this thing. I can see the grind is here. Right here. Right? He said it right here. We had this article up from Game Biz, right? About putting games day one in a service. Day one in a service, right? We feel we're in a good virtuous cycle with the studios, where investments deliver success, which enables yet more investment, which delivers yet more success. We like that cycle, and we think gamers like that cycle.
Enough from me. We're going to have the games start talking.
Putting your own games into this service or any of our services upon their release, as you well know, is not the road that we've gone down in the past. And it's not the road we're going down with this new service. We feel that if we're going to do that with the games that we make at the PlayStation Studios, that virtuous cycle will be broken. the level of investment that we need to make our studios would not be possible. And we think the knock-on effect on the quality of the games we make would not be something the gamers want. Amen to that. That's exactly what has been said. The putting these big investment of games and dumping them in a service day one. We've seen that Xbox cannibalizes sales. That's why we went over that on Monday. I'm not in Game Pass. Madden's not in Game Pass. AEW Wrestling's not in Game Pass. Rockstar's like, it's good for old games. We're not in Game Pass. Everybody coming out saying we're not in it. Why? Because their sales would suffer. Do you remember when Outriders was put in Game Pass 2 weeks before it released? The developers are like, it would be nice if you buy the game. Please don't cancel your pre-order. Do you remember how they had people canceling pre-orders with that stuff? Cancel pre-orders of Outriders? Remember that? Begging people in the forums, guys, don't cancel your pre-orders. They had to do PSAs, public service announcements on how to cancel your Game Pass your pre-order. How would you like to be working on Outriders and knowing the weeks before you're about to launch, they got PSAs out there to tell people how to cancel the pre-order for your game? How do you feel? Yo, what's up, Thresh? Awesome video. Go check out Thresh's video with Phil. God, I couldn't even, dude, I was just going to run that video because there's such the truth of the lies of Phil Ness. That is basically the origins of Phil Ness, Thresh's video. Go watch it on his channel. After you finish here at the Grindhouse, of course. I don't want people to leave just yet. But imagine working on Outriders, going home to your family, eating a dinner, and then opening up the articles and seeing they got people, they're teaching people how to cancel the pre-order to your game. They're canceling. Cancel your pre-order. Cancel it. It's in Game Pass. Here's how to cancel. Go into your account, go to your history, and cancel your pre-order. Here you go. Cancel your pre-order. It's in Game Pass. That's how disruptive this Game Pass has been. This approach of not an accessory to our video games, but as something that is cannibalizing day one releases. No virtuous cycle here. This is a virtuous dump. That's what this is. A virtuous dump. A disruptive dump. That's what this is. There's no cycle here. This is a dump. Honey, check out my... Oh, they're teaching people how to cancel the pre-orders. There we go. P.S. Cancel your pre-orders. Can't wait. By the way, Outriders is coming to the PlayStation Plus. But let's see what the dev had. Let's see. Wait. They said don't cancel your pre-order. Where did they say? Don't. Yeah. It's good for the devs, right, stuttering. Right, stuttering, Satya. It's good for games. It's good for gamers. Right.
And so everything that we're doing
is
with
it
our content, with
is it
our our cloud and
is it now? The Game Night 123 with the 10. Thank you so much. He goes, people are worried or alarmed that Forbidden West is showing up in PlayStation Plus Premium a year after its launch. But it was the 5th best-selling game in 2022 for the MPDs. That's false, Scad. That's false. That's people that are just not with it, dude. Forbidden West, that's the virtuous cycle. That's what we've been talking about. That's exactly the plan. And I'll get into why that, because that's where I'm leading into the Forbidden West. Thank you, the game night. I'm leading into that. But I want to first is show the disruptiveness of the Game Pass approach. This is not no virtuous cycle. Right? People Can Fly asks people to retain their pre-orders. Go into Reddit. This is what they say. Now, if you remember Square Enix and not paying them out and royalties and all that other stuff, if you recall that happened later. This is before that. Look what they say. This is what the developer says about the game when they're telling people there's PSAs out there on how to cancel your pre-order because Microsoft has put this in Game Pass. Square Enix probably said, hey, you know what? This game's probably not going to sell that much, not going to do well. Let's put it in Game Pass. Right? Here's their quote. By maintaining your pre-order, this is them to the fans. By maintaining your pre-order, you will indeed be helping and supporting the Outriders team, said the developer. We truly appreciate anyone who's willing to trust us with a pre-order. That is not something we would ever take for granted, and that is why we have tried to lay out your options as easy as possible. Do you believe this? This is what Game Pass has done. It has developers begging, making a statement out there to gamers to say, you know what, we trust us with your pre-order. Trust us. This is a good business practice. This is good. This is best for gamers. This is best for the developers. This is good for the industry. This is moving the industry forward. They put their game in Game Pass. We went through on Monday how many people said we're not in Game Pass because they see this. Cancel your pre-order. Don't buy it. Please trust us with your pre-order. This is what it is. And it was set to, oh my God, it was set to release on Stadia. But it was coming out on April 1st. And they were coming out on basically on like March, a couple weeks before, telling people how to cancel the pre-order. And you have the developer coming out here, like say, you know, we're giving you the options, but you know, you would be supporting us directly if you trust us with your pre-order. Wow. Great, Phil. Great kumbaya.
Oh, and second up too. New games are coming fast. 12 minutes and Hades. And they're all on Game Pass. Somerville, like a Requiem. What to play first and what to play last. Pirates 2, Ground, Shroom and Doom. 'Cause they're all on Game Pass. Among the Seas and more.
So what am I talking about? Well, after you just received the games in PlayStation Plus Essential, which was 4 games. Okay? PlayStation Plus Essential, what was it? It was, let me see. They had, where is it? Was it February? Destiny 2 Beyond Light, Ollie Ollie World, Evil Dead, and Mafia Definitive Edition. 4 games for $60 a year. $44 if you get it on sale. All right? These are your PlayStation Plus games that are in the basic one. There they are. And look, 3 PS5 games and 4 and a PS4 game. Now, wow, 4 games in PlayStation Plus. You know, Microsoft used to give 4 games with gold, and now they only give 2 trash games. You used to give 4 trash. They would take 4 dumps on your chest. Now they're only doing 2 dumps. Thanks a lot. They're still taking a dump on your chest. But we're going to move on to what is coming out with the Game Pass Challenger. Incoming a new challenger. And this is not all of it. How? How is Sony doing it better than Microsoft? And guess what, grinders? For less. A new challenger. Here it is. How? How is Sony able to do this better for less? For less? Yes, for less. How? Why? For less? What are you talking about? Game Pass is $15 a month. You can only buy it in increments of 3 months. Maybe they threw a 6-month out there. I don't think so. I think the max is $45 a month. $40 is for 3 months. That's as much as you can buy Game Pass for. Full year Game Pass is $180. $15 a month without tax, $180 for a year. You cannot buy a year. With every single PlayStation tier, marketing. This is the value of gaming, and I've always said this. PS Plus, right? With every year, there's a discount. Every year. It's not the full price. Every year, it's a discount. Here you go. So, value of gaming. Here we go. PlayStation Plus Essential. It's $10 a month or $60 per year. So those 4 games that I mentioned earlier, you're getting per year. The competitor to Game Pass, that is $15 a month or $100 per year. Let's do our math skills, grinders. 180 minus 100. That is $80 more for Xbox's Game Pass over PlayStation Plus Essential. Now, if you say, "Oh, I want those legacy games and the trials," which I say the legacy games were too weak. They did do a good one this month. We'll go over that. But you want the premium one, which gives you a game here or there, and also gives you the classics and also some trials. Well, that one is $18 per month, but $120 from year, grinders. So if we're using our mathematical skills here, $100 for the highest tier of PlayStation subscriptions, it's $120. It's still $60 less than Game Pass Ultimate. And then look at what they're putting in it. The competitor to Game Pass. Not even the high one. I'm talking about this one. Horizon Forbidden West. The Quarry. Resident Evil Biohazard. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. Outriders. Talked about that. Scarlet Nexus. Borderlands 3. But oh, wait. That's not all of them. Those are just that's just the prelude to this thing. Resident Evil, Outriders, Scarlet Nexus, Borderlands, Tekken 7, Ace Combat 7, Earth Defense Force 5, Okami, Lost Sphere. They're still going. I Am Setsuna, Forgotten City, and then the classics. They're finally doing something with the classics with The Legend of Dragoon. My goodness. We need more of that. But just the list. Like, you may not like a lot of these games. I have a lot of these games already. I'm not saying go out there and go subscribe right now, but what I'm saying is that these, how are they getting this level of games in the service and offering this stuff? And Microsoft's putting passion projects, AA day ones. You don't have any AAA day ones. If they want to call a price, let's see what this Atomic Heart looks. That looks pretty good. It's been a long time coming for a AAA day one game, finally. So we'll see what this Atomic Heart is. But I don't know. It looks good in the scenes, but like, I don't know what that game looks like. But again, these are kind of like middle of the road. These are not games that people really know about. You understand? Like Atomic Heart looks good. It's day one, but like it's not Borderlands 3. Like it's not out. It doesn't have that name behind it. Like if you're looking at a library of games to complement the games that you already bought, how are they doing this stuff? Like this is pretty crazy that they're getting these games in here. And that's in addition to the 4 games with Destiny and stuff. And that's the month that they're releasing PSVR2. It's just so much stuff. It's just so much stuff in there. It's insane that they're able to hit it on all different standards for a lower price. Why is Microsoft charging a higher price? Is it to front money for like the paying for Atomic Heart day one for Wolong? Is that what it is? Wolong and Atomic Heart? I'm not saying that they're bad games, but like, is that why they don't offer a discount for a year? Like, where's their discount for a year? Why is it still $180? Why didn't it make you do monthly? Wouldn't they want you to go in for a year? But the cycle that I'm talking about is look at Horizon, right? Just look at this model, Horizon. It's the same amount of content. That's what I'm trying to say. Whether the content's for you and you played it, I own a lot of this stuff. I don't own Scarlet Nexus, so I won't try that out. The Quarry I don't own. I do own it. I lost the disc somewhere in my house. But I'm going to play that. I've been wanting to play that. I have Borderlands 3, so I'm not saying like, oh my God, what value? I have all this stuff already. But there are other things, like I've bought the game physically. I could go trade the game in now because it's basically in there. So I could go trade it in and now I have a digital version of it. But what's crazy is just, you cannot deny like this list. Like if you look at the list that Xbox has been putting out, and again, you know, I'll just show you this screenshot and go, you would think if Xbox Game Pass was growing, they would be getting these and more, right? You think so? And you can say, oh, wow, February is really good for Game Pass. Well, yeah, it's good for Game Pass, but it's been a while. Dude, it's been a while. Hi-Fi Rush was probably I just played it, and, you know, that was their January stuff. But really, outside of that, what they doing? And you look, and this is the misleading thing. All these games could be played on PlayStation. When you get your Game Pass stuff, here's your February Game Pass stuff. Look. They include games on here that you can't play on an Xbox. Such as Grid Legends. That might have come out another month, but it's on the list again. But look. Hot Wheels Unleashed, Madden through EA Play. So you got Madden. Here's Wild Hearts, which has a 10-hour free trial. That's through EA Play, so I got that. Which is crazy is that with EA Play and PlayStation highest tier, it's still less than Game Pass. $180. You don't like the truth. Those are numbers. CJ, those are the numbers. $180 for Game Pass. With EA Play, you get $120 with PlayStation's highest tier and pay $30 for EA Play. It's still cheaper than Game Pass. That's math, dude. That's math. So the differentiating factor right now is what? Atomic Heart and Shadow Warrior, City Skylines Remastered, Mount and Blade Bannerlord, SD Gundam Balance Alliance, Darkest Dungeon, or this list. Outriders, Horizon, Resident Evil, The Quarry, Borderlands 3, Scarlet Nexus. Like, just for the name alone. Day and date doesn't make it better. Day and date is only good for games that you want to play. Just because they're day and date doesn't make a game better. It could be a trash game day and date. Who knows what this Atomic Heart thing is? But just because day and date is there, the problem is that the day and date is hurting the developers. I just showed you the video. It cannibalized sales. Horizon came out, did incredible, sold what it needed to sold, was number 6 on the MPDs, did what it needed to do, and now they're leveraging it in the service because the DLC will be coming out next month or in April. How? Why is that a wrong method? Because you got to buy a game? Or you rather get these kind of middle-of-the-road focus entertainment games being brought to you day one? Did Hogwarts come to you day one? Did it? The game that everybody's playing right now, did Hogwarts come to you day one? No, it didn't. Did Call of Duty come to you day one? Did Dead Space come to you day one? Did Callisto Protocol come to you day one? Did Gotham Knights come to you day one? No. So day one is not all-inclusive. You talk about day one like every game that comes out goes in Game Pass day one. No, it doesn't. It's selected games that they choose from Focus Entertainment. Those are the ones that are coming out day one. But the ones that people are playing, no, they're not. The ones that people want, they're not. Open your eyes, fool. Open your eyes. So who's the fool paying for a full $180 service to get Wolong and Atomic Heart in there day one and still have to buy the games that people really want to play at a full $70? Tell me that that's value. The games that you want at $180 are not in there. They're not in there. Street Fighter gonna be in there? Nope. Where is it? The games that people want, the games on your hype list, the games that everybody's talking about are not going into Game Pass. So who's the fool? Who's the value seeker here? Who is it? The working man's the fool. Bronx Tale. The working man's the fool. That's right. Oh, and please, Redfall? Yeah. They're hiding that shit. They showed you just enough. That game looked like trash. I would not be hyping that going to Game Pass. The games people are there. Who's hyping Redfall? See more Starfield than I did? I didn't. Another game. Is that the reason why? Because they're day one? They don't need to show you shit. Wow, what a great value to consumers. You don't even know what you're buying. That's the problem. That's the problem. The games that people want are not in Game Pass. The games that people want, hypest games, biggest games, they're not in Game Pass. They're not going into Game Pass. And you would think, by this time, how big Game Pass is. It would be there, right? The games that you want. Here are the games. Look, Crossfire X is leaving Game Pass. What value? What are we doing here? I just showed you a service that is less money, putting bigger name titles in the service that maybe you didn't buy on launch, and for less money. And the games are not compromised for the service like Halo Infinite was. So tell me. No, I'm seeing crystal clear, dude. You're the one that has your dick in your ears. You're not though seeing clearly. I told you a service that has lower price, bigger games, their first-party games coming eventually to it, as a way to leverage new content coming to it for a lower price. But you're telling me $180 a year for a service that's bringing middle-of-the-road focus entertainment games day one. All the big games are not going into Game Pass. They're not. So explain to me, did you go buy Hogwarts? You're a clown. You're subscribed to Game Pass hyping day one games. You just bought Hogwarts. You're a clown. Cancel that Game Pass service because it has no value to you, because that's not the game that's not the game you wanted day one. The game you wanted day one is not in that service. Why are you subscribing to it? I need answers. For what? So you have Gears 4 in your library? $180 a year. For what? Shadow Warrior 3? Is that what you need day one? Is that what we need? But putting Horizon in there a year later, that's not value. That's not value. Well, let's see something. Let's see something. Let's see. Look at that. You see any Xbox games on that list? I don't see any games on that list. But what I do see is a game that number 9 top selling game of 2022, Horizon Forbidden West. Sony's having their cake and eat it too. And the game, the biggest problem here is the game is not compromised for the service. That's why you're seeing delays. That's why Halo Infinite turned into the travesty that it was, because it was the service that damaged the brand. Because they made a Halo game for the service and not a Halo game for the IP. That is a victim of Game Pass. Horizon is not a victim of any service. God of War, not a victim of any service, because those games are in the virtuous cycle. They are being marketed as a premier title. They deliver premier content. And then when the sales start dropping off, you leverage it in your services while you make something new. The virtuous cycle. Now, those that may not be interested in Horizon DLC may be, because that game is coming to the service to get people into the Horizon Forbidden West world. And maybe they might buy the DLC expansion that is coming for it. Marketing. You know, the thing that Microsoft doesn't do. Marketing. Using your service to leverage the next wave of sales. Yeah, Horizon a flop. 9 best-selling game over MLB The Show, which was a multi-plat. Horizon Forbidden West outsold MLB The Show, which was on everything. Horizon was on 2 platforms. Number 9, it was not a flop. Just because Sony didn't ball wash its numbers, the thing's on MPD for top games of 2022. And now they're leveraging it in their service for the DLC that's about to come. And I'm sure for the PC version, that will probably come later on. Look at Returnal, the virtuous cycle. Returnal did what it needed to do on PC, on PlayStation. It did what it needed to do there. It did what it needed to do in the PlayStation Plus subscription service. Now, we put it on PC, and the PC dudes, and even some people that have PlayStation playing it over there, love it. You're hitting each tier. We're not affecting quality. You're hitting each tier. The waterfall approach. I've been saying this on this channel forever. That's the virtuous cycle. The waterfall. You sell, and you don't compromise at any level. You bring it to a price point and meet a whole new requirement. That's exactly what you do. And then Horizon Forbidden West will be eventually on PC. But when you put it day one in a service on everything, day one, the only place that game could go is down. There's no levels there. You're spamming it. You're chumming it. And that's the problem. And they know they're chumming it. So what they're going to do is they're going to make it chum. They're going to dilute that game. They're going to make that game for the service. I've quoted it so many times on here. That's not a virtuous cycle. That is a virtuous dump. That's what that is. A virtuous dump. And you will see. Redfall Missing Shadows. The Vampires Don't Have Shadows. Telling you. Why is that bad? Why is Sony's approach bad? They're leveraging their IP. They're leveraging quality games. And I said this before. The launch lineup, the things that Sony does, just like Miles Morales, still showing up in the NPDs. Grinders, still showing up in the NPDs. Right? What's up, Fake Man Bad Pig? How you doing? $1.99. What's up, man? I'm waiting for that PlayStation VR thing to go through. I'm like, Sony, better take my money. Sony better take my money. Bitch better take my money. But it's a dumping ground. That's right. It's a virtuous dump, that Gamepass. Because that game is put on everything. They don't get it. It's so stupid. They're paying for Gamepass, loving day one games, but all the games that people are playing are not in the service day one. And the service is more money. The value seekers, the pocket watchers, the check marks out there. Oh, the best value, rubbing nipples. The best value in gaming. Dude, I just showed you the best value in gaming. It's right here. It's $60 cheaper, $80 cheaper than your best value. And it's putting games in there that people know. Maybe people want to play those. Who did it better? Hell, you can't even cap for the Xbox Gold. Like, what are we doing? You just don't want to see it. Just like you want to stop the count in Japan, stop the count in the UK, PlayStation selling out 8-1 in Spain. Stop the count, please. Please. Look at us in Japan. Look at us in Japan. Look, Xbox is failing. Stop the count. Please, let us compete. We suck. Satya said it. We suck. Stop the count. Tell people, stomp it. NPDs, please. Stop it. Stop. Look at these games. Why? Dude, if one of the... You gotta be kidding me. If Microsoft was dropping all these games in Game Pass, day one, but it's not even the multiplats. Because Sony has released quality first-party games, I said this before, Sony is able to leverage Miles Morales, Returnal, Ratchet and Clank. When you make great games, they don't go away. They build out your library. That's what I'm trying to say. With Xbox not making games that people want to play, they can't leverage them anymore. They can't. No, Halo is done. They cannot leverage games. They have not released big games from their first party that they can leverage. Sony is leveraging Ratchet and Clank, Returnal, Demon's Souls, Miles Morales, Horizon Forbidden West, soon God of War, GT7. When you make those games, you leverage them later on for more sales, better influence, and more fluctuation. And that's what you do. But when you don't release nothing and excuses and Halo's broken, hey, by the way, all you hyped Xbox fans out there, your player's voice, guys, your player's voice is getting Season 3 and Halo Infinite on March 7th. Have you heard anything about that? Did you?
I waited for Halo, and all you gave me was bootleg Joe. Well, now we sit and wait for comment. Thumbs up.
Grinders in the chat. Has anybody heard anything about March 7th in Season 3 of the biggest game, Player's Voice, Halo Infinite, Season 3 starts on March 7th. Have you seen one Xbox tweet about it from any of the diehard 3Cs or any Kappas out there? Has anybody said anything about looking forward to Season 3 of Halo Infinite? You know, the seasonality begins now. Just in a couple of weeks, a few weeks from now, Halo Infinite is getting Season 3. Anybody? Did anybody hear anything? Did you hear anything? I sure as hell didn't. But they talk about Wolong and Gamepass. Player's Voice Award winner. I didn't hear anything. March 7th. Kratos99 with the 5. Thank you again, Kratos, being a VIP grinder. Sup, Jez? How was your Valentine's Day? I was spending beautiful time with my PS5. Yes, dude. I was playing some Hogwarts. I was playing I was downloading some of those trials, and I'm getting ready for the VR2, baby. I cannot wait. Which we're going to get into. I'm going to show some videos. But thank you again, Kratos. I had a great Valentine's Day. Hope you did as well. But yes. Only crickets. That's what I heard. Player's Voice Award winner, March 7th. Season 3, Halo. Anybody? Anybody? Are they going to stealth drop Season 3? Just in a couple of weeks. Exactly. But day one Game Pass, yay! Yay! Uh-huh. And those are multi-plat games, Wolong. And the Atomic Heart from Focus Entertainment. They're multi-platform games. They're going to rely on reviews. Let's see the reviews. Let's see. But you cannot deny why this service is just forgotten about. Why people don't even acknowledge this PlayStation Plus dropping these games. It's better than Game Pass. It's better than Game Pass. It has more value than Game Pass. It's dropping games that people go, oh, wow, that's come to the service. Oh, I missed out on Outriders. Oh, I missed out on Scarlet Nexus. Those are the two that I didn't play. And I didn't buy them. I had no interest in them. But hey, I'll try them out now that they're in the service. And for $100 a year, hell yeah, try them out. But when you're paying $180 and talking about day one games and all the games that you want, or that people are playing about, you know, the hot games, the FOMO, are not in there. They're not in there. So you sit there and play those Game Pass games that are in there. And you look and see people playing Hogwarts. Hogwarts is not in there. You act like all these games are coming there day one. Dude, they're not. They're skipping that shit real fast. That's why it's not a reliable service on day one. The day one hype all lies now with their first party. And you only know one date of Redfall. Starfield, you're still trying to figure it out. I'm going to be dancing in virtual worlds next week with 30 brand new games that are exclusive. What? Yeah. Only on PlayStation consoles. Console exclusives, you know. Things that you don't get. Crossfire X was the last one you got. A whole new platform of games next week. And you still try to figure out when they're going to announce and show more Starfield. It's pathetic. You should know release dates for the next 4 months. You should know from their first party. But you don't. They hide it. And that's ridiculous. Yeah. You tell me. I'm going to show you side by side as a final point. And look, Windows Central, the only ones that are covering this stuff. Here you go. February. Let's see. Horizon Forbidden West in the service. That's better than anything that's in this goddamn list right now. The W is right there. Game Night with the 5. He goes, and Wo Long and Atomic Heart are going to sell better on PlayStation, which actually helps the developers. Exactly, Game Night. And they'll tell us to stop the count. Hey, oh, look, Wo Long sold 80% to 20% on PlayStation over Xbox. Stop the count. Stop. Here's the list. Here's your Februaries. Hot Wheels Game of the Year. Well, I just said Horizon. Forbidden West. Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition. Hi-Fi Rush. You saw that. The Darkest Dungeon. Grid Legends. We're going backwards. Rare Replay. GoldenEye with no one. What happened? Dude, GoldenEye. That's something for you. GoldenEye came to Game Pass. Dude, they talked about it for over a year because they found the achievements last year. I heard about GoldenEye coming to Xbox. Dude, that thing came and went. It came out January 27th, and by the evening of January 27th or the high early morning of January 28th, it was forgotten. The cap is the clowns and the check marks hyped up. GoldenEye for over a year. And that thing fell off by the early morning of January 28th. It was gone. If I put these lists side by side and show this to somebody, they would think that this is the cheaper version. This has got to be the cheap pass. Even if I throw friggin' Wo Long in that shit. Even if I put those games in there. You saw what Hi-Fi Rush was. You saw what it was. I'm sorry, it's not even close to what a Kenna is. All right? You want to compare indies to indies. And first off, that game is a first-party game. Kenna wasn't. So it didn't take away from any of their first-party studios. Here's your list in Game Pass, dude. Look, this is Game Pass for you. I'm already showing you games coming right here. Like, what? Like, come on. Is this that hard of a sell? Like, is this going, like, I need, like, look at this list. This game that gets no more support, it's dead. Halo Infinite, they fired everybody for their first-party content, for their story content. Gears Tactics, a PC port, a remastered Wasteland, Battletoads with no online, Crackdown 3 didn't even get an extra map. But look, console, these are the newest games coming to Game Pass. Recent releases, somebody needs to update that webpage. Here it is. Here. Look. And listen, I'm not saying these are bad games, but what I'm saying is look at the difference of what's going into these services. Lightyear Frontier. Hollow Knight, I guess, is good. That's a $20 game. Flintlock, Siege of Dawn, Aura, History Untold, Ravenlock, here's Wo Long, Forza Motorsport, no release date on that one. Minecraft Legends. And this is more money. Rubber Bandits. Oh, damn. Rubber Bandits. Oh, damn. What the hell's that about? Condom warfare? What the hell's that? The rubbers. The hell's going on over there? State of Decay 2, Juggernaut. Get the fuck out of here. The games came out. They're showing games in there as news releases. State of Decay 2 and Crackdown. Those things came out in 2018. What the hell they're showing as new releases? Somebody needs to update their website, Xbox. All I'm saying, it's incredible of the value that's being added, pocket watches out there. And you cannot ignore the fact that Sony's leveraging their great first-party games in their service, and that's what they're doing, the waterfall approach, which is better for the games and better for us. That's what it is, because we are not getting diluted, compromised crap because it's in a service everywhere day one. We heard the excuses. Day one, oh, Halo can't have co-op because we got PC to worry about. Screw that. We didn't hear that with Horizon. We didn't hear that with God of War. We didn't hear that. Our games, Ragnarok, these weren't compromised because they were spammed everywhere day one in a subscription service for $15 or a box of Oreos. We got the games and we got the money. You put $70 in, you got $70 worth of quality. And that's all I'm asking about. I don't want compromised games for a service. That's why this day one stuff, we got to see it in action, because Halo was not a good example of it. Sea of Thieves wasn't. State of Decay was busted. The only one that stood the test of time was Forza, but even Forza wasn't innovative enough in Forza 5. It was just a new map. So where's the innovation? Where's the next level stuff? Where is it? It's being limited. Hi-Fi Rush is a great little game, but like, dude, you see what it was. Move around a little bit to an area and fight some robots. Like, yay. There it is, $30, game of the, like, what are we doing here, really? You're talking about in a year of Zelda and Spider-Man? We're talking about that as a competition for game of the year? Hogwarts Legacy? Hi-Fi Rush is not, maybe good indie title, but it's not indie. And anyway, just to grind some more gears, I got something for you too. The virtuous cycle continues. The virtuous cycle continues. Right? While Phil's in court with the FTC and on the 21st. While Phil's in court with the FTC.
Hi, Phil, I in court with the FTC. I got no games.
It's going to be me right here while Phil's in court with the FTC. This is going to be me right now.
Another one.
In virtual reality, look how incredible this looks. Look at this.
Another one. Another one.
Enough from me.
They
We're gonna have the
changed
games
all
drop.
Resident Evil 8 in VR. Look.
Means when I think about Xbox, I'm going to think about quality games. We have work to do there. We haven't done our best work over the last few years.
Sir, do we get the win this time?
Look at the flashlight and the control. Look at the physics. Look at what's going on in here. They changed. Look, the menu. They changed the whole game. Resident Evil 8 in VR. That's what I'm talking about. Punching wolves in the face. Look at that. You actually pour it on your hand while Phil's in court with the FTC fighting for his life.
Hi, Phil, I in court with the FTC. I got no games.
Wait, just wait.
Keep waiting for that Starfield release date. This is what I'm doing.
I can't say when all our games need help. Bootleg Studios helping with Perfect Dark.
In VR, baby. Look. In VR, baby. And I'm going to be partying with the VIP Grinders. Oh, yeah. Shout out. We got a incognito shout out to all the VIP Grinders. How you all doing out there? Party with the whole. We're in the crowd. We're partying. We're celebrating quality games. That's what we are with the VIP grinders. That's what we're doing. Shout out to all the VIPs. I still gotta add some more in there. Kratos 99, shout out to Kratos 99 VIPs, a whole bunch of people. I'm trying to get them in there. Get the members in the list. Get those VIP grinders going. Geo knows, let's go. We're partying in the quality. Leave Booster outside. That's what we're doing next week. Phil's fighting for his life on February 21st. Fighting for his life. Fighting for his job. FTC, hear me out, CMA. We need to compete. He's going to go in there. He's going to be like, we need to compete. We need to. He goes, Satya, say something.
Games, I don't know where they are, but I'm inside your back right above your crack. Do you have a pen? It's filled inside. I'm waiting over.
Oh, man. I don't know if that's going to work, Phil. Maybe this.
Sign me, please. I will bend over and touch.
I don't know if CMA is going to fall for this.
We all play the make exclusive games and lie. To my face, thank you, Phil.
Look, playing the piano. You play the piano in VR. Yeah. The VR. Oh yeah. Here, this is what I was trying to look for. Look at this. This. I don't mean to jump back. I do have a Discord. I want to start the Discord up. I really don't focus too much on the Discord, but I will. I use it more for like a chat room. Yeah, just to get a visual of what with the last segment that we were talking about. Just a visual. This is $180. This is $120. $100. This is $80 cheaper. But grind this. Where the hell is my stuff that I had? Oh, I have it here. I didn't want to see that. So then, here is another VR game. This is what I'm going to be doing. Another one, dude. Now, this is Switchback, okay? I don't know why I can't hear it. I got to figure out what's going on here with my audio. But you could say it. This is where you're on the roller coaster. Dude, it looks so good. When I'm watching them streaming this thing, dude, this thing looks crazy. And this is with the blinking, the eye tracking. Another one.
Another one.
How? Oh, we don't want this. This is niche. We don't want this. We rather just have Phil invite us out to Fan Fest and take a picture with us and tell us that games are coming. That's what you rather. You rather hug Matt Booty than do this in your living room. Really? Really? You rather shake and grab ass with Aaron Greenberg than get this type of experience in your own home with a next-gen console. Really? Really? They're such nice guys. They're so nice. Do I have it off on the video? Yeah, I have it off. But I can't hear it through my headset. Oh my God, that's crazy. But that's all right. I don't know if there's any music and stuff like that, but just get a visual there. Major Nelson. It costs too much. If it costs too much, you take your broke ass home. If you don't have no money, take your broke ass home. But you're paying $180 for a subpar service. Make it make sense, grinders. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. They're paying $180 for a subpar service, but they say this is too much. Dude, I'm going to be doing it in my living room, dude. Look at this. Look how good this looks. You know what this is going to be in VR if it's that clear? I'm going to tell you something. When I've been watching some of these videos of these VR games, right? Dude. Well, I've been watching, and this, really, there's no spoilers, because if you're in VR and that thing comes running at you, you're still going, you're screaming like a girl, man. You're like, ah! But I'm telling you, I'm surprised in how good this looks on 2D video. That's pretty crazy. Like how clear it looks with the stream. Dude, that's like right in your face. You are flinching. And then there's like roller coaster segments like this. Dude, I love the first one. And the environments are crazy. Look, it's like a roller coaster going through a house. So it's like a, yo. Look at this. Man. And then with the haptics, oh my God, dude, I just can't believe next week. I bet it gets next week. But remember, the PlayStation's fighting gravity. It's fighting for its life. I hope it doesn't leak on you.
Help the PlayStation 5 fight gravity, please trust this. Xbox fool, I said gravity is the enemy. Feel safe, us from this liquid metal.
Hope your PlayStation's not standing up. It don't leak. But dude, incredible. And then for those that don't want the craziness, you got Moss and VR. Look at the difference in VR and VR2. Look at this. These virtual environments. Look. Oh my God. Look at this. There's a whole goddamn, not even just a light, the whole friggin' interaction right here. That's Moss 2, man. Oh, man. And then the updates, the GT7. Dude. And just remember what they did, what they put in PlayStation Plus services when God of War released. Right? Look at what they released. They released 4 games in PlayStation Essential. They released all those games we just talked about in the first segment. And all that's coming in this month. And you got this VR with these experiences all in 1 month. And then you got Horizon DLC coming, an expansion in the next month or so. And then Spider-Man, the biggest game ever, later this year. Did I miss your super chat? Sorry, Twisted. Let me get back to it. I think I have it over here. Sorry. I was just mesmerized by the VR2-ness that's going on there. Hold on. I think I missed a couple of super chats. Hold on. Right, this. I got to go to... Hold on, I'm going to get to the thing here. Make sure I didn't miss everybody. I got mesmerized by the VR. Hit that like button. I'm going into the Grindhouse studio. Here we go. Let's try to get sub if you're new. Hit that subscribe button. We're definitely on our way to 2,000. The 2-piece. Let me get here. Here we go. Yes, I missed 2 of them. Sorry about that. Twisted Sync goes... Oops. Let me get it right here. Twisted Sync with the 5. Thank you again. He goes, dude, they announced Project Wingman for PSVR2. I lost my beat when I saw that day one. And when I finally get a PSVR2, when I get one. Project Wingman. Let's see what that is. And then let's go. Game Night 1, 2, 3. He goes for the 5. He goes, the community manager for Bethesda said that they're still sorting stuff out for the Starfield showcase. Man.
Wait, just wait till E3. There will be a showcase, but I can't take when all our games need help. Bootleg Studios helping with Perfect Dark.
Oh my. Hold on. So they announced this game. This is what Twisted Thing was talking about. They announced this game with VR support. Oh, damn. I'm going to be playing the Lady Gaga Top Gun song. Oh, my. You know what else I wonder? I wonder if Ace Combat is going to get... because they had a VR mode in it, too. I wonder if that's going to get an update, and that's maybe why they included it in the service. I don't know. Just a thought, a grind's thought. But that looks pretty cool. Then you got to get your flight stick. Oh, man, I don't have enough stuff here. Dude, that was crazy. And there's Phil Ness. And then the reviews are coming out. And then see this. Here's shout out to Zuby. PlayStation, here's some other tips. PlayStation VR2 has a cooling fan that has 3 functions. Active cooling for the SoC, system on chip. Allows fresh air to enter the gap between your face, and the light shield. And the airflow help prevents the headset from becoming stuffy or steamed. Grinders. It looks awesome. And then they did the breakdown here. This was the teardown of it. Dude ripping it apart. See, these are the things I was saying. Like that gasket that's around there, it makes it off your face better off your face there. Let's see how he took it apart. Let's see this guy ripping this thing apart. That pops off. See, it's a visor. And see, this part like gets the back of your head. Like it's gonna be very comfortable. This is a pretty big game. This really, like, especially with the increased field of view. The fact that they got those gaskets around there that are kind of flexible, like that's just gonna black it out even better and make that screen even sharper. Yeah. And it's replaceable. Look at that. Is he talking English? I can't hear it. I don't know why I can't hear it on my headset. Oh, I know why. Here we go. Now you hear him. Oh, he's not speaking English. But yeah, at least that's replaceable. That's good. If that tears or anything like that. And from what I see, that dial there, that's to get the eyes. That's the light shield holder. Okay. Ah, where'd he go? I thought I was watching on YouTube. Where was he? There's the fan. Oh, good. There's the subtitles. Yeah, that's what Zuby was saying. That's the little fan. Let's see what he did here. What is that? The tracking camera. Oh, he took out the tracking camera. Yeah, there's a button on the bottom that actually lets you see through for pass-through. There's 4 cameras on the front. There's the infrared lights and the strength of the light reflected back to determine the distance from your face. Oh, wow. It detects whether or not the user is wearing the PSVR. Oh, yeah, because it goes to sleep if you take it off. There's an IR LED that emits infrared. That's for the eye tracking. Yeah, that's for the eye tracking. So there's an IR around. See the IR sensors there? Jeez. And he's really tearing it down. Oh my god, that's the IR LED. Look at that. That's the IR sensor that detects your eye movements. infrared sensor for your eye inside the lens. Wow. The Fresnel lenses. Yeah, the Fresnel lenses are better with they reduce chromatic aberration. Ghostface says PlayStation doing teardown, meanwhile Xbox breaking down. Xbox, they can't even. This is what I mean. They're like, oh, Xbox doesn't need a VR, dude. They wouldn't even know where to start. They'll be putting cardboard boxes on their head, going, oh. They don't even know where to begin. VR. Hell with the hardware, the software. They wouldn't know where to go. They're in the court now. Think about it. This is what Sony's doing. This is what we're getting next week. This is what Sony's doing. And Microsoft, with all the money in the world, is going to be in court with the CMA explaining how they're going to save gaming with Activision purchase. Just put that in perspective as a gamer. Exactly, Kratos. This PSVR has more games than Xbox. This is what Sony's doing. And Phil has the balls to do interviews and say that he is moving gaming forward. How are you moving gaming forward? By buying Activision and in the court fighting regulatory agencies. That's Microsoft's focus. Hell, if they show more Starfield gameplay or explain why Redfall is missing shadows and looks like trash on Unreal 5 and hyping up Halo Season 3 that comes out on March 7th. No, we don't do that. Or give us a Forza release date. Nah. Sony's doing this. Friggin' IR things for your eyes. They're using my two sources. Meanwhile, when this comes out on the 21st, Phil's going to be in court with the CMA explaining why they need to spend $70 billion to acquire a studio that's bringing a game already to their platform. Make it make sense. And people are hyped about it on Twitter. They looked at these court dates like goddamn People's Court with Judge Judy. Meanwhile, we're going to be in VR playing games and making fun of them in court. I'm going to be in the virtual courtroom. Canceling the deal. Like, come on. We're salty. That's right, Nassim. Let them buy Activision, Nassim. Let them get them. I canceled the deal in VR. This guy's taking apart pieces here. Phil Spencer was they were handing out goddamn cereal to take away. There was just 4 magnets in the Xbox. Look at this guy. The Series X is put together with 4 magnets. And they had a bowl of cereal in the background in the lunchroom. Look at this thing. Holy crap. I don't know what the hell's left of this. This is some crazy engineering, dude. Oh, so look at that. The actual headband has flex to it. That is interesting. Look at this. So the headband is not just a thick piece of plastic. It actually has flex to it, so it will mold to your head. Pause. It will mold and shift to your head. That's pretty insane. Look at that. So it's not just some solid piece of plastic. It actually has like this snake-like thing that will be flexible for your head. Incredible. He's still going. Where's HoloLens? HoloLens, they threw it in the hole with E.T. Wizard. It's with E.T. You remember that? Find this. Wait, I think I got this guy's still taking things apart. Holy crap. Do you remember that? I joke about the ET thing, Grinders. Do you remember that? Do you remember Xbox? What's up, Thrifty? Yes, this is a Grinds Gaming Bite. We're talking about the VR and the Virtuous cycle. Do you remember the whole ET hole? I don't know, Grinders. I think you need a refresher. You know how we showed Major Nelson in the we always like to throw it back a little bit. We throw it back a little. We saw Major Nelson was with Boogie. They shipped him out there. Do you remember E.T.? I keep referring to that. I don't know if everybody gets it. We're going to start a new joke here at the Grindhouse. Let me show you a new joke. Do you remember Xbox Entertainment Studios? Do you remember that? Remember their movie studio that they were going to make Halo the movie with Steven Spielberg? And they had Entertainment Studios with the Xbox One? You know, trying to do like what Last of Us is doing right now on TV. Do you remember? Here we go, Grinders. Let's see. I got 2 more likes. Hit that like button. You remember E.T.'s whole? Do you remember who led that initiative? Do you remember who did that? Xbox successfully digs up E.T., the extraterrestrial video game in New Mexico. Xbox just seems to be close to the grave. Herpy Master with the 2 says, I have a big head. Hope it fits. Pause. Microsoft's Xbox Entertainment Studio dug up what many consider the worst video game ever made. Why would Xbox dig up the worst? Well, guess who joined them? They probably kept that hole open saying, we're going to put Halo Infinite in there too. And HoloLens, and Zunes, and Kinects, and Mixer. See, Grinders? This is what I'm talking about. Yeah, I got a memory. This is it. There you go. Xbox Entertainment Studios. The game cartridges were found on Saturday as part of an attempt to the urban myth that Atari buried millions of copies of the poor-selling E.T. While the game sold more than 1 million copies, largely due to his tie-in with Spielberg, E.T. game was rushed to market in 6 weeks. Wow, what a motif. Biggest duds of the gaming biz. Oh, damn. Of course, we have to have our exclusive newscaster and Xbox extraordinaire, Larry Major Nelson there. Microsoft's Larry Herb, also known as gamertag Major Nelson, is the director of programming at Xbox. And was on hand in an image for one of the cartridges. Really, Major? Let's see. Look at this. Wow. Major Nelson, what investigative gaming he did. Here it is, close up, the first ET cartridge exhumed after 30 years of the hole. That's what they thought was something to do. This is what they did. They said, let's start up Xbox Entertainment Studios, and instead of making a high-quality show, we're going to go dig up a grave of ET. And send Major Nelson there in his flower shirts. This is what they did. Good job. Good job, Microsoft. Good way to open up your entertainment studios. What a day. They have a whole TV show on it. These are just the clips. That was Entertainment Xbox Studios. It's streamed to your Xbox. That's what you get to do. So when I joke about the ET hole, Xbox really was involved in the ET hole. Digging up old, broken-ass flops. Not to know that they made a whole bunch of flops after they dug up ET. They probably said, you know what, guys, keep that hole open. We might throw some Xbox Ones in there. Oh, pause. Yeah, man. While Phil's in court with the FTC, we're going to be doing VR. We're going to be playing games. And Xbox just, they're a mess. Games with gold. They said, keep the hole open. We're putting games with gold in there. ET hole. You can't make it up. Don John, you can't make this up. It's a simple search. Anything for clout. Major Nelson over at Boogie's house, dancing with them. Agent Nelson dancing with Boogie. He dancing over there, telling them Major Nelson telling Angry Joe we can't just flip the switch.
It was. Oh yeah. My gamer tag says 10 years, and I was really excited about.
Major Nelson.
Is that limiting? Or the fact that
look at this wise ass.
In order to really realize the future and the vision that we're going to have with Xbox One, it's a connected console, right?
But it limits it quite a bit.
But it doesn't. It actually doesn't limit it, because the experience that I just described of me giving you a game when you're on the other side, is that limiting? Or the fact that we're a family and you can check games out of the family library, but if you don't even need the physical disc anymore, is that limiting?
No, not. But you're building the infrastructure in order to allow DRM. So you say only at participate.
This isn't about.
Okay, next question. All right. Well, that was a really important question. Okay, cloud gaming. So one of the new features of the Xbox is the power of cloud gaming. Originally, some people had said that maybe it would be as powerful as 1 or even 3 Xbox Ones. How exactly does the cloud gaming computing work to make it more powerful?
Well, you have to think of the fact that because it's connected with Xbox Live, that you have more, for lack of a better term, transistors in the cloud. So we can do a lot more things on the cloud side, which frees up the console to handle other tasks. So you should think of it that way. We've seen some of the games on the floor that are really thinking smart about the cloud. We'll see them over the next many years throughout the life of Xbox One. I mean, you have to admit, Joe, that the world is moving digital and online. Do you agree with me there? Can we?
I do agree with you there. I definitely do.
And we've seen some wonderful things happen when you move things into the cloud. Do we agree on that?
Yes, we totally agree on that. We are definitely moving into an online, completely online. Maybe we'll eventually go all digital. Yeah. And we just want to make sure that our investments are protected. So
I do too.
Well,
you could use a mobile.
To those people that don't have a good internet connection that want to buy an Xbox 360, just like they asked the same question to Don.
Sure, I can say that when you say you don't have a good internet connection, you just need you could use a mobile. You could tether to your phone. So there's a lot of different options. We've talked about
you guys also have the option
talking about 3G right there.
I know it's very simple to disable the 24-hour check-in and the.
Do you? Are you on the development team? No, I'm not. Okay, so I think that's a little bold of you to say it's simple.
Well, I'm pretty sure that
he took his mic.
Do you? Are you on the development team?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so I think that's a little bold of you to say it's simple.
Well, I'm pretty sure that you guys you're building the infrastructure. Okay, they did say that it's you leave it up to the publishers. Let's use, for example, The Witcher, CD Projekt Red, who's not really into DRM, right? Can they choose, for example?
That's why they got Major Nelson out of there. They put Phil Ness in there.
You can do used games. You can give your games to your friends unlimited amount. Not doing this. You know how perhaps currently no, I don't think you can. I don't.
Game on Steam.
Major Nelson throwing some facts.
Into an online, completely online. Maybe we'll eventually go all digital. Yeah. And we just want to make sure that our investments are protected. So,
I do too.
Well, okay. If Xbox is gonna do this, they're dead set on doing this. You know how perhaps Steam have a bunch of great sales right now on the Xbox.
Give us a game on Steam?
Currently, no. I don't think you can. I don't think you can. That's a feature. You deserve all credit. No, there is not a family plan on Steam.
And there's not a family plan on Xbox either, Major Nelson.
Discounts. You know the games on
what a Kappa Clowner 3C.
You don't have a good internet connection.
Use a mobile phone. This is the trash that they would. Oh my God. And this is where they hurt themselves so much.
Ladies and gentlemen,
they hurt themselves so much. This is it. This is the sleaze. There he is.
This is the first time.
Major Nelson.
Gaming system.
They flew him in.
Last generation, I think.
Grab ass of Boogie.
Certainly, Xbox One has great games. We saw today with television.
Carpenter.
Search for movies. Remember, I asked your wife, who's your favorite?
He asked his wife. Major Nelson met this man's wife. They were shipping them out. They were shipping them out. Major Nelson fixed the stuff.
Of course, we brought up Bing, we brought up Internet Explorer, and there's part of me, that always, have that reputation on the internet. Everybody likes to poke fun of it, but it was such a good experience. It was actually a really, really good experience, and I was really, really pleasantly surprised. Yeah. And I hate to admit that I was surprised, but I was so pleasantly surprised.
Well, it's certainly
he's a gun to his back.
Expectations and then meeting those expectations. That's what the team want to do. So we talked about we're gonna have great games on Xbox One. We played Dead Rising, played a little bit of it. Played a little bit of Killer Instinct. That looked great. The games are great.
You like it?
Great
You like it?
entertainment. Now it's all backed up by Xbox Live. I'll show you some of the new Xbox Live features.
Right.
With Xbox Record That.
That I loved so much, and the reason I love that.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
We talked about that. Now it's rudimentary.
The Falutin'.
Okay, it's not what I'm doing here for.
No.
If Total Biscuit or somebody like that sits down in front of their PC rig, they're going to have much better.
Yeah.
And the fact that you responded, not only responded in a way that.
Yeah. This is
exactly what I wanted
so.
to do
Here you
when I
go.
made those videos because when you make these.
This is what they're doing, and this is, as I said, like this is what they care more about than making goddamn games. This.
These videos, you hope that they're going out into the void. You hope that the people you're talking to,
Right.
you're talking about, will see them, and maybe you'll think about what we had to say. And the fact that I know that you did.
Yeah.
And the fact that you responded, and not only responded in a way that not only did you make those changes, but you brought those changes to my front door, laid it in front of my television, and
In your
said,
living room.
"Boogie,
We
right
broke- we
here
broke
it is.
bread.
This is what
They
you
broke
asked for."
bread.
Right. Is this good enough?
Jesus, please. Please. They broke bread. Let's make some goddamn games. Make some goddamn games. Yeah, Total Biscuit, rest in peace, man. Yeah, I know. I heard that. I was like, wow. Yeah, because that was a while ago. That was when the Xbox One launched. But the whole thing, he came to his bedroom, set up the thing. Listen, this is the clownery that they do. Make some goddamn games. But you saw how they're defending these things. And you see it to this day with Gamepass and with all their services and stuff like that. They die for it. They tooth and nail. But it's not delivering what we want. And that's the problem with this whole thing. And how can Sony come up with a service that is challenging Xbox on content? And the thing is that they're able to leverage the games they're making. Xbox not having games for a while. Oh, just wait. Dude. If you don't have great, and I said this, like not having games in the Xbox One generation and near the end of it, not having exclusive games after they bought those studios and doing all that stuff, it's hurt them now because they can't leverage anything because they have no content. You're in between a rock and a hard place. You're waiting for new stuff and you're playing old stuff, and they're throwing in a little AAA, AA games here and there from like whoever's willing to throw their stuff in Game Pass. That's what they've been doing. And Halo wasn't that game. And now they are in between a rock and a hard. They've been in between a rock and a hard place. That's the problem that they have. You're waiting. But Sony, while they were waiting, Sony was releasing games. Releasing big games. Miles Morales, Demon's Souls, Death Stranding, Last of Us Part 2, remastering Last of Us Part 1. Everybody went in a hissy fit. Look at that back on the charts because of the TV show. They're smart. It's strategic. That's why you see Horizon Forbidden West in there, because they got DLC coming for it. And they're probably going to put it on PC a few months down the road. Returnal's having now an uptick because it just went on PC and it looks great and it runs great. It's optimized for PC because they had the time to optimize it there, because they did it for PlayStation, made sure it ran the best there. And now in the time, they basically been building it for PC, making sure that PC meets it, rather than trying to spam it all out on all these different platforms on day one and hurting the quality of the game and our experience of it. That's the big point, is that it affects us because these games are not getting any cheaper. These are not getting any cheaper. And that's the problem. They want more money from us, but to give us less, to give us excuses, to give us concerns that the rest of the game is coming, meanwhile asking more money from us, like that's wrong, whether in hardware or in software. If you want more money from us, then you better give us what we expect, not excuses. And that seems to be Microsoft asking for more money. More money for the console, 12 teraflops, $70 now for their games, probably increasing Game Pass prices. You better be giving the games that meet the expectation. Halo didn't meet $60 quality. You can't do split screen. That campaign was limited. Over a year it took to put co-op campaign in it for your $60 that you spent the year before. That was a $60 product. These are the problems. So they're asking for more, but giving less. More with less. But Sony is meeting the expectation. They tell you it's a $7 product. They are marketing it as a $7 product. They're putting it, showing gameplay, convincing you that this thing is worth it. That's what we want. You don't want a little sneak peek of Redfall and then it hides. You don't want a Starfield being shown a year ago and you don't see anything or hear anything about it. It's this massive game with thousands of planets. They should be dropping vid docs of gameplay every month leading up to the launch of this game. It's huge. We should be knowing the factions. We should be seeing the weapons. We should be seeing the crafting. We should be seeing the exploration. We should be seeing some missions. We should be seeing the land. We should be seeing what you could do, how you traverse the land. We should be seeing all that stuff leading up to the launch of Starfield. And all we saw was that little broken ass highlight reel. That's a problem. Redfall, we have yet to see a continuous mission and how the progression works. They showed us some sizzle reel of stuff. Thrifty PS Gamer reviews with the $4.99. He goes, no jokes. Do you think Starfield will be a system seller? I think Sony will hit 30 million this fiscal year. What about Xbox? I don't think Starfield will be a system seller. I think Starfield is going to be, because again, the whole nature of a system seller is that it's only on the system. I don't think it's going to move Xboxes. Maybe they put it in a bundle. That might move some Xboxes if Starfield was in a bundle, but that doesn't really help with the Game Pass perspective of Starfield. So if it's in a bundle, maybe it will move some consoles that month. But I think Starfield overall, it's more of a Steam PC game. And I think a lot of it's going to live on Steam with mods. I don't even think the Windows 11 store is going to carry it, except for those Game Pass subscribers. I think Starfield is going to be successful on Steam, and that's where you're going to see the sales, and that's where people are going to hype it. It's going to be on Steam. I don't think it's going to really move a console like a Halo 5 or Halo would. And anyway, it's in Game Pass, so that's going to affect the attach rate anyway. And you don't need a console to play it. You could play it on your Samsung TV and everything like that. So, like, seriously, Starfield, I don't, it's not Microsoft. I don't know. I don't think so. And that's if it has an incredible showing. Because I can tell you right now, if it is an incredible game and it is everything, incredible, better than Fallout 4, I'm just going to buy it on Steam. I'm not subscribing to play it. And that's the problem, too. You got to convince people, if this game is an incredible game, people are just going to want to buy it. The ones that subscribe are going to be the ones that really don't care about it. See, that's the thing. Like, I'm not a big fan of these type of games. I'll just get it in Game Pass. But if it's a must-play game, a lot of people are going to buy it and not subscribe. And then that defeats the whole purpose of Game Pass. And I think Sony is going to hit 30 million this fiscal year. I think they are. I think Xbox, I'm telling you right now, Xbox has hit its wall. That's it. Like, it sold Xboxes to everyone who had an Xbox that was willing to go buy an upgrade. It is not recruiting any new people because none of its strategies are, you must get an Xbox. Every strategy that Microsoft is like, you don't need an Xbox. So there are no strategies to try to pull people away from a Switch or from a PlayStation to increase Xbox sales. So Xbox is not going to grow any more than what it is right now. And I said this before, with the PlayStation stock, PlayStation was slow to get to where it needs to go, and now it's just going to go to the stratosphere. It is just going to go flying up because now, and you'll see upsells in all these PlayStation games that people have been waiting on or want to play them again. And the PlayStation now in stock is just going to go whoop, fly out. And now it's going to separate it 2-1, maybe even 3-1 eventually. And I think the only way Xbox competes with this is either they bottom out their Xboxes or come out with another console, an Xbox XXX or something like that. That's the only way. Phil has to announce new hardware to get Xbox excited, people excited for an Xbox again. He has to do exactly what he did with the One X. You know, he has to do that. So either it's a discless Series X or something like that. But I think Sony's hitting in the stratosphere, because if you think God of War did numbers 11 million and sold PlayStations with an attach rate, Spider-Man is just going to be insane. And that's in a year of getting Final Fantasy 16 system exclusive, Forspoken system exclusive. You saw how many Forspoken sold. You know, flop my ass. That thing was a 7. All right, for sales. So like that was on the charts. It was not on there. That thing sold. So that's another exclusive that they could leverage in their services down the line, or even on sales, with Final Fantasy 16 coming. And then Final Fantasy Reborn after Spider-Man. And that's only what we know about. We have no clue what their first party's coming. And then on top of that, if this PSVR2 becomes a fad or goes viral, as like people like, dude, this is the most incredible VR experience. You got to try it. Because you got to remember, people are like, well, maybe it's not doing a lot of big pre-orders and stuff like that. VR is something that needs to be tried. And when it gets out there and people go to a friend's house and they got it and they try it, that's the word of mouth that VR needs. VR needs to be tried. It's hard to sell it just with a video. And that's why once they get these VRs out there, you're going to get your second wave. And then if they get enough virality to it, it will be the hot item for Christmas. And if they might drop the price by the holidays, who knows? Maybe they drop it down $100 for Black Friday. Now you have a thing that the word of mouth is out there. It's out there. They're able to sample it. It's going to have another run in November. Because think about it. PSVR 1 was launched in November during the holiday season. PSVR 2 being launched now in February. It's going to give it enough legs for the rest of this year to have it really in a foothold by the holiday. That's right, Twisted. Like, you'll make sure, like, you'll have a big slew of games. You'll have some big announcements coming probably for VR over the summertime. And then you'll have a second wave of VR sales by the end of this year, in addition to Spider-Man and PlayStation 5 sales. Like, if you just look at it, there's no way. Like, you don't need to be an incredible analyst to figure out that this is on the up and up. Like, there's very few things now that Microsoft can do to kind of put Sony back in its place. There's not a lot. They could try to even this Activision deal getting approved is not going to change anything. Especially if they have some 10-year agreement. Like, nothing's going to change. That's why people are thinking like this Activision deal is going to be like the bring Xbox back. It's not. It's not going to do anything. You throw a bunch of old-ass Call of Duty games in Gamepass, nobody's signing up for World War II or World at War. Who was playing that? That's just nice for Game Pass people. I'm telling you right now, there's nothing. I said when Sony was struggling with inventory, when Sony had like Returnal and maybe not the big no names that they had, or something. Microsoft had times to kind of try to get something out there, but they didn't. They delayed. And Halo, the biggest thing that could have saved them, flopped and destroy the Halo community years later after a year delay and a year of nothingness. And then to follow that up in 2022 with another year of nothingness, to have no presence at the Video Game Awards, to have some developer circle jerk type thing in the middle of January that just shows, because everybody's talking about Hi-Fi Rush, but nobody really is talking about the content of that developer conference, where that developer direct didn't have a release date for the biggest game, Forza. Redfall looked horrible, not good at all, coming in May, which is a few days before Zelda. And then Starfield, they're still wondering where the hell that showcase is. And what kind of showcase is that going to be? Is it going to be another Todd Howard sitting around just talking, showing some Starfield gameplay in between? Because if that's what it is, not good. And then, like you said, Thrifty's talking about Halo roadmap. Dude, Halo's supposed to have Season 3 on March 7th. I haven't seen one iota peep about it. There's still that huge ass article about the Oreos. They gave up 100 million eyeballs to try to get some developer direct halfway through. And I said, they stealth dropped that game, that Hi-Fi Rush, as a distraction. It's a good game, but they just dropped it there to realize that the stuff that people came for wasn't met. And Hi-Fi Rush wasn't even on the MPDs. And end of the month, just like what J-Dub said. J-Dub said that Forspoken came out a day after Hi-Fi Rush. And it was on the MPDs. Hi-Fi Rush is not on there. $30 games. Well, Minecraft's on the MPDs as a $30 game. And the thing is, nobody would talk about sales if you weren't the same people going on Steam sales and going, look, it's selling more than Forspoken. Then $30 wasn't a factor then. Right? The fact that it was $30 and selling more than the $70 game on Steam, that wasn't a factor then. But now when we look at MPDs and say, where's your Hi-Fi Rush in the top 20? Why the hell is NHL and goddamn Sonic beating it? Everybody's, well, it's $30. That's why. Oh, really? But when on the Steam charts it was higher, nobody said, oh, it's a $30 game versus a $70 game. Oh, okay. Listen, you want to talk sales? You want to play with the charts and big boys? They don't work in your favor. If you're an Xbox fan, stay far away from real data because the real data shows how terrible, whatever real data we have, it just shows how not good it is. And the law, whatever Xbox is saying in their lawyers' courts, showing you how real deal it's not that good. They're gonna pivot again, dude. I'm gonna get this last super chat and we'll get out of here. Grinders, thank you again. Kaios Sam Samaski. There you go. Kaios Sam Samaski. Thank you again for the $5. He goes, keep in mind, Jez, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse this summer in 2023 releases right before Marvel Spider-Man 2 in fall 2023. Yeah, thanks for that reminder because, yeah, you're right. That movie is going to, first off, they already had the Spider-Man from PlayStation in there already, right? In the trailer. But you're right. Spider-Man momentum is going to be at a high. Now, think about it. Ant-Man just came out. Reviews are not too great on it. Like, again, Spider-Man could be that movie if it's like Spider-Verse and Sony hits it out of the park again like they did with the first movie and like they're doing with Last of Us. If Sony has another banger with the Spider-Verse and does the multiverse right, and they're going to be throwing all those, think about it, Miles Morales, Spider-Man, all those different suits, they'll tie it into the game. And that'll be even bigger and better. Like, just like they did Spider-Man outfits into the movie, into the game as well with Spider-Man 1 and Miles Morales. So, yeah. I'm telling you, they got momentum. It's smart. And that's part 1. And then part 2 will be right after the movie. I think next summer will be part 2 to Spider-Verse. And you got Spider-Man 2 splat right into there. And I went back to play Ratchet and Clank. I was doing some, again, the trophies and stuff. And man, that game's absolutely insane. And if that's what they can do with a PS5 only game, with Ratchet and Clank, with ray tracing and the graphics and animations, dude, Spider-Man 2 is going to be absolutely insane. Oh, man. And that's just the second stage after VR. Incredible. That's what I said. Time's up. I did a video before. I said, it's time's up, dude. Time's up. Xbox had their chance, and now they're swinging for the fences to try to desperate whatever they can do. But Starfield needs to be that hit. It needs to be that system seller. And it's their job to market it as such. It's a $70 game. Let's see. But till next time, I want to thank everybody. I know we did a lot of streaming tonight. I did a little bit of Hi-Fi Rush. I did my review copy. I was doing a gameplay of that. And then, yeah, it is on the radio. Ratchet and Clank was incredible. But yep, and I'm glad everybody came through for this impromptu Grinds Bite. I was gonna do it tomorrow, but I wanted to get out there, do the PS5, the Virtuous Cycle thing, and the PSVR2. But I'm hyped for it. I'm waiting for my email. I keep checking the order. It's good, but it's such a great time. Like and it's just amazing how this one platform is able to deliver on this. Same thing with Nintendo too, with that Metroid remaster and Zelda coming up. Everybody's doing great, dude. Everybody's doing great. The only one scrambling around is Microsoft, and they're the one in court with the FTC. But anyway, hit that like button on the way out. We're on the road to 2,000 grinders. Thank you so much for the super chats, the new VIPs. And thank you again, everybody. Check out on Monday's show, and I'll leave you with our wonderful Game Pass song. Actually, no, we're ending with Let Us Compete because that's the motif of this thing. Good night, everybody.